When my mom looked me in the eyes and said, "Well, now you won't be home alone," I felt something inside me snap. Not out of anger, not at first, but out of disbelief. She said it with a smile, like she had just solved a problem I never had. Like my solitude was a flaw she was graciously fixing. But what she didn't realize was that I wasn't just losing alone time. I was losing my peace. I was losing the one place in the world where I could breathe. I co-own this house with my mom and sister. My name is on the title, the deed, the mortgage, everything. And I live in the basement. It's not fancy, but it's mine. My sanctuary, my quiet shadowed haven after long nights at work. Because I work the night shift, and when the rest of the world wakes up, that's when I sleep. Or at least I used to. That morning, my mom casually told me that my cousin from overseas, someone I barely even know, was coming to stay with us for the entire summer. And she wasn't coming alone. She was bringing her 2 young kids. I don't even know their names. And they wouldn't be staying upstairs with my mom or sister. No, she was putting them in the spare room, downstairs, with me. Let me be clear. The basement is my entire living space. I sleep there. I work on my crafts there. I recover there. There's no door separating it from the rest of the house, just a staircase. It's an open, shared space. And now it's going to be invaded by 3 people I don't know. Kids, no less. Energetic, noisy, unpredictable. And guess what? My mom and sister are going on a 10-day cruise right in the middle of their stay. 10 days I was desperately looking forward to. 10 days of actual solitude in a house that rarely lets me breathe. But instead of quiet, I'm getting chaos. Instead of freedom, I'm being handed responsibilities I never asked for. When I brought up my concerns, my mom brushed them off like they were petty complaints. She called me selfish, told me I was rude for not helping out family. But here's the thing. They're not my family, not in any meaningful way. I haven't spoken to my cousin in years. I don't have her phone number. We're strangers, connected by blood and nothing else. She and her children are coming here because my mom invited them. And now, she expects me to host them, while she lounges on a boat somewhere in the Caribbean. It's not just about the space, it's about the pattern. The last time a cousin stayed with us, I got guilt-tripped into giving her money. Money I didn't really have, so she could shop. And now that this cousin is bringing her kids, I already know how this will go. 3 mouths, 3 sets of expectations, and 1 unwilling host, me. I'm not a bank. I'm not a babysitter, and I'm not a doormat. I tried to reason with my mom. I told her I value my sleep, that I need my sleep to function. I explained that I work night shifts, that having children run around in my space during the day isn't just inconvenient, it's damaging. But it was like talking to a wall. She had already made up her mind. She bought into the fantasy of being the generous aunt without ever stopping to think about who's going to carry the weight of that decision. When I told her I was thinking about leaving for those 10 days, staying in a hotel just to have peace, she looked at me like I was betraying the family. But what about the betrayal I feel? What about the deep, cutting realization that my boundaries, my needs, my existence don't matter as much as her image? The deeper I dug, the clearer it became. She hadn't asked my sister either, but my sister didn't care. She's going to be away for most of the summer anyway, on 2 vacations. She doesn't have to deal with this mess. I do, because I'm the one downstairs. because I'm the one who's available, and because I've always been the one who keeps the peace. But peace comes with a price, and this time, I can't afford it. The spare room in the basement is technically my brother's when he visits, maybe one weekend a month. And I don't mind that. It's short, it's quiet, and it's family in a way that feels natural. But a whole summer of strangers? A whole summer of forced cohabitation with noisy children and an adult I barely know. In the only place in the world where I feel safe? That's not okay. And let's not forget, the basement isn't sealed off. There's no door I can lock, no way to keep my things secure. And the laundry room is down here too, so people will be constantly coming in and out. No privacy, no control, just intrusion. Constant, unrelenting intrusion. I'm already planning what to pack. I'm going to put my valuables somewhere safe. Take the essentials. Maybe get a lock for my bedroom door, even though it's not built for one. I shouldn't have to leave my own home. But if I stay, I won't sleep. I'll be expected to play host, to smile and sacrifice, to keep the kids quiet, to clean up after them, to chip in, emotionally, financially, physically, for a visit I never agreed to. And when I resist, I'll be told I'm being difficult. I'll be made to feel guilty, because that's how it always goes. The roles are assigned, and mine is to absorb. But I'm tired of absorbing. I'm tired of shrinking to make other people comfortable. I'm tired of being invisible in my own home. This isn't about a spare room. This is about ownership, of space, of voice, of worth. So, am I the asshole? For drawing a line? For saying no to a plan made without me? For refusing to play the good host while my mom sails away and calls it love? I don't think so. But maybe, somewhere along the way, I stopped being seen as a person and started being seen as a convenience. And maybe that's the part that hurts the most. Sometimes, family doesn't mean warmth. It means weight. Sometimes, the people who raised us forget that we grew up and that we own our own lives now. This story isn't just about boundaries. It's about the courage to enforce them. It's about what happens when someone finally stands up and says, "Enough, I matter too." What would you do in their shoes? Would you leave to protect your peace? Would you fight for your space? Or would you stay and slowly disappear? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because someone out there is listening, and they might need your voice to find their own. This was AITA Stories, where judgment meets humanity. Thanks for listening.